Live, RTC Channel 5, audio and video, if you'd care to tune in and watch us on the First Federal Savings Bank Facebook page. That's right. So, we are here, and by the way, that's Cindy over there running the camera. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to have you back with us. Evan Gottschalk, President, First Federal Savings Bank. Good morning, Evan.
Morning, Tom. How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Great, thanks.
Nice to have you back with us.
I appreciate it. I like coming on a beautiful summer morning like this.
It is.
Should be outside enjoying ourselves. Let's do a remote outside sometime.
I think that's a good idea. We've had a streak of nice weather after the hot week last week.
Yep, answer to everyone's prayers. So don't complain about anything.
That's right.
Just right.
Please, please. No complaints.
It's 5% of weather that you can't complain about. So, hey, we've got some fun going on at First Federal today in Winnemac. It's our Customer Appreciation Day today.
Branch has been there for quite a while, hasn't it?
It has. Yeah, it was our first branch that we had. I think it was in, I should know the date, I don't, but I think it was in the early 70s when we branched over there after the laws changed and you could go outside your own county. So Dick was just telling us the other day that we used to be called First Federal Savings Bank of Fulton County for a short time.
Right.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Right.
It's a good preamble right there, in the beginning.
That's good.
Okay, so from 11 to 2, we're serving lunch, ice cream, and we've got free shredding. So come see us in Winnemac today.
That is a very popular thing.
Yeah, I was asked about it on Wednesday.
Well, 2 weeks ago when it was in Rochester, the Customer Appreciation Day, the shredding was a big hit.
Yeah, it was. I wish I had the number of pounds of documents that were shredded. Tanner, you got any idea?
I can find out for us.
Let's do that. We got a trivia question in the making, guys.
There you go.
Okay, we do have some distinguished guests from Tippecanoe Valley High School and the school corporation, and they've got some announcements. We're going to enjoy speaking with the principal and assistant principal in a little bit.
Okay.
But we got a trivia question around Tippecanoe Valley Schools.
I'm ready.
Okay. When was the 233-foot wind-powered turbine that sits on the campus of the school built?
Well, this has got to be a multiple choice.
A, 1940. No, I'm just kidding. A, 2005, B, 2008, or C, 2011.
Okay. I'll work on that.
All right.
Yeah.
Tanner, it's a tough time in sports, isn't it?
Just a little bit. There's not a ton going on, but
the dead period.
We have a few things here. One local note that just came about yesterday, or at least came out to the public yesterday. Rochester got a new athletic director. It's going to be Ryan Johnson. He was an 05 graduate, Rochester High School, was the athletic director last year at Taylor High School, so he's got a little experience under his belt. And
he and Greg Mart's going to kind of split the duties a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like Greg's going to do the budgeting and scheduling, and Ryan's going to do more of focusing on the sports itself and the marketing side.
Okay,
so
good.
Should be a good little team there. And
welcome him back to Rochester.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a Rochester graduate come back and work within the school system.
Exactly.
So,
Ryan's a good guy.
Yeah.
Son of Dan and Terry Johnson.
Yep, so it'll be exciting. On a national note, Shane Lowry won the Open Championship in golf over the weekend.
Ran away with it, kind of, didn't he?
Yeah, he kind of did. Kind of made it.
6 strokes?
Yeah, got down to 3 at one point on Sunday, but the crowd wasn't going to let him give that up. Pretty cool. I mean, he's from Ireland, not necessarily Northern Ireland, but he's from Ireland. Crowd kind of got behind him once they realized Graham McDowell and Rory McIlroy couldn't win. Pretty cool. I think all the golfers really enjoyed having it over there. And it was announced yesterday that Ireland's going to get the Ryder Cup in 2026.
Ah, cool.
So they must have.
Maybe McIlroy will play better in 2026.
Maybe.
Yeah, remind us that's coming up later on in 2025.
I will. Yeah, sure. Right up here in the memory bank. So, but it's weird to think that major championships are all done already for golf. It's really went by fast, but
yeah, they got to get ahead of the NFL.
They're trying to wrap it all up for the NFL this year, which is pretty smart.
I think that is smart also.
Yeah, don't compete for ratings. No. So. And speaking of NFL, Forbes released their list of the 50 most valuable sports teams this week. Dallas Cowboys came in at number 1. They're valued at $5 billion. Wow. It's with a B, not an M.
They going to be any good this year?
Their fans think so.
Well, their fans think so every year.
That's true.
I think they'll be okay.
They haven't won a Super Bowl since '95.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So I mean, they haven't even really done anything in the playoffs since the 1990s. But Interesting to note, a couple local teams on the list. The Cubs are tied for 14th on that list.
Okay.
The Bulls and Bears are tied for 19th, and the Colts are at 36th.
Okay.
So really interesting. Almost every NFL team, I think actually every NFL team did make the top 50. It just shows you how much money the league's.
And we said the other day, Real Madrid dropped to 3.
Yep.
That's the soccer franchise.
Yep. The Yankees are 2, Real
Right.
Madrid's 3. I want to say Barcelona's 4. The New York Knicks are 5.
Okay.
So they're the top NBA team, even though they haven't
they're
done
dynamite
anything
too.
in a
That's
while.
a year in, year out.
Shocking.
Big market. But I got some tidbits here this morning.
I had one other sports thing
okay.
I wanted to tell you about.
All right.
So I saw this on Facebook last night, so take that for what it's worth, okay? Tony Gwynn, the South San Diego Padres Hall of Famer, he faced Pedro Martinez, John Smoltz, Tom Glavine, and Greg Maddux 323 times. He struck out 3 times.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible.
He might have been the best contact hitter ever.
Yeah, that's, wow. I did not know that. That's incredible.
I wanted to stop you this morning on that.
He did.
That's an interesting statistic.
That really is.
All those pitchers are Hall of Famers. So,
oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got a few tidbits this morning, not as many as usual, but I got a couple here. On this day in 1775, the U.S. Continental Congress created the United States Postal Service in Philadelphia. It was ran under Benjamin Franklin to begin with. On this day in 1992, Nolan Ryan struck out his 100th batter for the 23rd straight season. That's
pretty impressive.
23 seasons.
That's pretty impressive.
23 straight seasons. And today's National Walk on Stilts Day.
No thanks.
National Parents Day. This one's really odd. National Take Your House Plant for a Walk Day. Scotch Whiskey Day, and Chicken Finger Day.
Why did I even come in this
Yeah.
Take your house plant for a walk?
Yeah, I had to put that one down there when I read that one. Like, that's a little unique there. So that's all I got for the tidbits this
Okay.
morning.
All right, thank you, Tanner.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
Let's go over a couple events going on around the community. The Fulton Fun Day Festival is Saturday, August 3rd. Tom, that's a good time.
It is. Always a lot of fun.
Always a lot of fun. We've got the Fulton County Chamber of Commerce. Their next business after hours is August 8th from 4:30 to 6:30 at Winfield Crossing. That's a pretty neat one. They're celebrating 20 years of service to the senior community.
Excellent. Excellent.
From Winfield, so that is great. Also, from now through August 21st, Midwest Eye Consultants are donating $5 from every pair of sunglasses sold to Leader Dogs for the Blind.
Okay.
So that's a neat fundraiser. And coming up on August 10th is this is actually on the Times Theater marquee right now. The Grapes and Grains event. Have you seen the?
I saw the marquee. Yeah.
Okay, that's the Fulton County United Way fundraising event that they hold in conjunction with Schnabeltier out there at Schnabeltier.
Okay.
It's at 3:30 on August 10th. It's a 1 mile fun run or walk. And the fun part about it is there's 4 stops to enjoy Schnabeltier wine, now beer, and cheese. If you got some juniors, then they get root beer and cheese. So that'll be available. So that's a $30 entry fee for that 1 mile fun run. So that should be a great time, and that supports United Way. You can register on the Facebook page for either Schnabeltier or Fulton County United Way. Also, the Lake Manitou Association annual Roast and Toast fundraising event's August 10th at the Moose Lodge, and that's $25 dinner ticket. You can get that at Rochester Homes or Lakeshore Realtors. And that also that evening, it's kind of an event. There's a silent auction, live music, and 50-50. Right?
That's always a very well put together and well organized event.
It is. So that's coming right up on the 10th. Got some flowers to give out this morning. Rochester Rotary Club donated $3,000 to the One School, One Book program. It's a neat program. It's designed around sharing the reading program among students, staff, and the community. Everybody reading the same thing. So that's neat. And then this morning in the Rochester Sentinel, there was a picture of Rochester Ford winning the President's Award for the 2nd year in a row.
Excellent. Congratulations.
And that only goes to the top 10% of dealerships in the nation. That's a very distinguished award for a local Ford dealership. Congratulations to them. The Dow Jones, Tom. Boy, there's a lot of things hanging in the balance here, isn't there? To trade or not to trade.
That's right.
There's a lot of sensitivity right now to our trade stances, so there's nothing new there.
We're still over 27, right?
We are. 27,140 is where we finished up yesterday. But actually up 2 1/4 in the last month, 16% year to date, which is kind of interesting. Down just a tad over the last 5 days. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Of course, everybody's waiting on the Federal Reserve to meet next week and decide if they're going to lower short-term interest rates. If they do, that's what's expected, maybe 1/4%. And that would be to kind of keep the economy rolling, be a little stimulus to the economy, because there are some measures where things maybe are slowing a little bit. So, of course, the stock market's always extremely interested in what's happening with interest rates and the bond market.
So there probably won't be much movement in the market at all until after that meeting.
I don't think so. Everything's waiting, and even maybe after the meeting, there may not be much movement because typically those things are already predicted and priced in. There were some quarterly earnings last night. Amazon didn't meet expectations. Google did. Starbucks did. There you go.
Amazon didn't meet expectations?
The revenue was up. Their net income didn't meet expectations. But they have said they're going to invest heavily in trying to get one-day shipping for Prime customers. So they are spending a lot of money upgrading things, and that played into it. Okay, big $5 billion fine for Facebook, privacy concerns.
Right.
So maybe I shouldn't have been on there last night. Make your own judgment there. Free country, Tom. So that's a big one. That goes straight to the Treasury. I don't think it'll hurt them much.
If and when it's paid.
Yeah, I don't think that really affects them too much.
No, not too much.
Okay, come in and see us at First Federal. We're open until 5 o'clock tonight on Fridays, and tomorrow 8:30 to noon. You can always bank with us online. We've got a great mobile app that you can find on your app store. It's free to download. We've got a lot of features that you can do with the app, and we got a new one that launched yesterday that we're trying out, and that's Zelle. We've talked about that a little bit. Zelle is a person-to-person payments that many bank customers around the nation are participating in, which would allow for near real-time funds transfer from yourself to another person, and you don't even really have to know anything about them other than their phone number or email address. So it's very convenient and easy.
Secure?
And, very secure.
Okay.
You're talking about a bank to a bank.
Okay.
A lot of these other personal payment apps are third-party tech company to a bank to a third-party tech company where those funds reside. So this is a much more secure method of doing that, and we're excited to be able to offer that for free, Tom.
So that has started already?
That started.
Okay.
You'll start noticing that in your app and on your online banking. So we encourage you to sign up for those things and check it out.
The app is very user-friendly, I will say that.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we try real hard, and there's a lot of releases throughout the year to continue making it work well and look good and be user-friendly, great experience. So I appreciate you saying that. We do offer a lot of different mortgage products. We're kind of in prime mortgage season in the summertime. We have some low down payment options, USDA, FHA. We've got conventional loans, a popular one-step construction loan, a premier first-time home buyer loan, which is nice. You don't have to buy mortgage insurance with as little as 5% down. And all those things require qualification. I encourage you, it's a great time to buy, so pre-qualify.
Exactly.
You like that, Tom?
I do.
Rates are 0.5% lower than they were last year at this time, so you can come in and see Ben Dalton, John Schaefer, or Bill Morris in Winnemac. You can go to www.firstfederalbanking.com and start an application online.
Excellent.
Actually, and we can help you work through all the details of understanding home purchasing if you're looking at buying.
Takes some of the guesswork out of it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We just like to think of it as getting a plan put together based on all of the data points that are personal to you. So we'd love to help you with that. We do offer simply free checking accounts and simply free business checking accounts. You won't really find free business checking accounts around, so we're proud to offer those and excited to serve more people in this community.
Stop and say hi to Lindy.
We can get free gifts for opening those checking accounts, Tom. This is our last week for our camp chair or table, and next week starts our Sherpa insulated soft cooler.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So it'd be exciting to let you try one of those maybe.
Bring one with you next week.
That's a great idea.
I like it. Test drive it.
Business lending with Lindy Breeden, and retirement planning. If you're worried about the economy and the markets, best medicine's a good financial plan. So come see Brian Bell or Mark Blubaugh today, and we'd love to help you get a plan put together. And of course, follow us on Facebook. You can watch us live every Friday morning. We're a member FDIC and equal housing lender, NMLS number 399927.
Okay.
First Federal Savings Bank.
Well done.
Thank you. Okay, well, we've got some distinguished guests this morning.
I like that, distinguished.
That's a good touch, isn't that?
That's a key word.
Yeah, we're pleased to have Brandon Kresca, Tippecanoe Valley High School principal. Welcome. And Assistant Principal Jake Everett. Welcome, guys.
Well, thanks for having us, Evan. Appreciate that. And WRI, we're glad to be here.
We understand there's been a lot of things going on at Tippecanoe Valley this summer.
There has. It's certainly been busy, but we're embracing it, and we're ready. We're ready to go already. We just actually spent a few days with our teachers at a conference in Chicago. I think they might think that Jake and I are a little crazy because, like, we start Monday or what? So we're ready to go.
Got some energy going?
Yeah, we do.
When do you start?
We start on the 9th.
Okay.
So
2 weeks from today.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, first of all, we want to congratulate both of you on your new roles as a principal and assistant principal out there, and we know you'll do a great job. We're excited for you guys, and I understand there's just a lot of excitement going through the school with things refreshing and some new teachers coming in as well, and so that's great. So tell us about a little bit, maybe some of your initiatives this year. You mentioned something to me earlier about culture. Give us a little flavor of that.
Yeah, so really I just talked about this conference that Superintendent Mr. Connolly has sent groups of teachers to. We're committed to continuous improvement is really what we're looking for, and so it's called PLC. So it's teachers collaborating and focusing on student learning, centered around 4 questions. What do we want students to learn? How do we know that they learned? What do we do when they don't? And what do we do when they do? And teachers collaborate around those 4 questions, and it's just really been great. You talk about culture. It's teachers. It's not teachers teaching in isolation and feeling like they're on an island. It's our teachers having time built into the day, and then and then some mornings to work together to improve student learning. So it's just really awesome.
How many teachers went to that conference that you're mentioning?
From the high school, we had 5 there, and we had a fill-in as well that came in on last minute, which was really awesome. To have somebody available to come in and step in there, and then along with Mr. Kresca and myself, also some other teachers from our elementary schools and our middle school.
That's awesome. Good. Think of team concept. We talk about that a lot at First Federal Savings Bank, the family concept, culture, team. We really agree and appreciate what you guys are doing with that. We also remember last year something about unified sports. Tell us a little bit about that. Flag football is what I'm remembering.
Yeah, this has been the single biggest and best thing that we have done last year and continue to do this year. It's unbelievable, what it can do for a school culture. You see students with special needs and playing and working together and interacting with the others, with all students, walking through the hallways, high-fiving each other. And, we were lucky. One of our teachers, actually, so we brought the convocation. We wanted to get started, and our coach, Jeff Shriver, he's a social studies teacher and former football coach. He talked to one of the commissioners at the IHSA and said, "We're going to have flag football, and we're going to go to state in our first year." And they looked at him like he was crazy, and we thought he was crazy too. But no, we really got organized, and the kids were having so much fun, and we ended up going down to the state championships and it was at the Indianapolis Colts practice facility.
Wow,
so
that's a neat opportunity.
Such a cool opportunity, and honestly, one of the best parts about it too was just to see all the green and gold there, and just like we had a ton of community members coming to support the team, and we actually had a student who is a very talented singer, is going to college in New York for singing, and she sung the national anthem there as well. So it was just a awesome day, and it's just so cool. We also do unified track too,
okay,
and we're looking to add programs.
What ages now participate in that?
Yeah, that's actually, so we're talking mainly at the high school level.
Okay.
Any student 9 to 12 can participate, but our middle school has a program as well. They're a banner school for Champions Together, and our elementary schools do as well. And our Director of Special Education, Megan Wilkes, does a great job with the Unified Game Day, and they plan that for elementary kids, and then the middle school kids are there, and then the high school kids are interacting. So it's really a culture for our whole corporation. The high school flag football team was lucky enough to compete for a state championship. All those kids got state runner-up rings too. Our athletic director, Gina Hurlmeyer, found some sponsorships, and they all have a blinging ring.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So they're going to make it back this year?
That's the goal.
Driver predictions? Or
yeah, he actually said he's going to get fitted for his pinky ring. That's the plan. So we have fun with it. He's awesome with the kids. And Chris Walker, another teacher who actually is an unbelievable person. He's up for Teacher of the Year for Indiana.
Wow.
And he helps. And so it's just really cool.
Good.
That's great. Well, I understand you've got a couple of things going on, announcements that you wanted to make this morning. I just noticed in the Rochester Sentinel this morning there was one of the announcements. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Brandon?
Yeah, this is really exciting. It's actually kind of been a fun process because it's been very secretive, and it's been a big surprise. It started with an idea from two former girls basketball players, just unbelievable people and awesome athletes at Valley. They're Ann Seacrest and Meredith Broyette. You remember that name from the state championship team?
Yep.
And they're at Indiana Wesleyan, and they emailed Mr. Conley and came up with an idea, I believe, and then it kind of just started coming to fruition. At some point, somebody had to, I don't know, I didn't do it, but somebody had to get Rita's signature somehow, and then it just kind of, it's really good. We got the floor resurfaced and did some upgrades, and Coach Patrick actually last night took some panoramic photos up on the top of the bleachers, and it just looks really nice. So we're excited to play on that court. We should have really good products playing on that court with our volleyball, girls basketball, boys basketball teams, so we're excited.
Just to jump in there, being an athlete who played, and when Rita, broadcasted my games, my brother's games, and being a coach and her broadcasting those games, she's just such a staple of this community in this area. Broadcaster, Hall of Fame, she's just really a pillar, and we're really honored that we can have our court, bear her signature and her legacy moving forward.
Talking about a legacy, just to throw this into the mix, but I remember back in, I want to say 1973, but Rita Price and I called the first boys basketball game at then the new Tippecanoe Valley High School game.
Wow,
that's neat.
Wow.
Tippecanoe Valley High School gym. Yeah, we were there
awesome.
to call the first game for the Warsaw radio station.
I wish we would have had that for the trivia questions.
That would have been a good one.
But that shows you how long she has been involved in Tippecanoe Valley sports.
Yeah.
Well, it's a high honor. We congratulate Rita on that honor, and I think it's great that you guys chose to honor her in that way and continue kind of that community legacy together. So.
It really looks nice on the court too. Her signature and
It
really does look nice.
And
Gym looks great.
She's just a huge supporter of our athletes, and I think every kid that walks in that gym will have even a greater appreciation for that court now with her. They understand who Rita is and what she does for them. So,
well, Brandon and Jake, thank you so much for joining us. We got one other exciting announcement this morning. Lori Tilden Geiger's here with us, and she's going to talk to us about another breaking news announcement.
Yes.
Welcome, Lori.
First of all, I want to thank you. I am so excited for these two at the helm at the high school this year. The excitement and the momentum this summer has been amazing. So watch us and follow us. Every year, Tippecanoe Valley School Corporation selects alumni for our Distinguished Alumni Class, and we're ready to announce the class of 2019. You're hearing it here first. Our committee gets so many nominations, and they're so qualified and worthy of it, so it's a very hard decision. We have 8 this year, and so we're going to announce them.
Sure.
You may have heard of Maple Leaf Farms. Yes. Did you know that one of the early, he was the founder, but he took the company from where it started to where it is today. Terry and his wife Sandra Tucker, and it's a couple, is part of the Distinguished Alumni. They're the Mentone High School class of 1959.
Wow, that is really
I know,
really
so we're
neat.
excited about that. you'll see a lot of theme in the names I'm going to name. Service, community service, military service, law enforcement. There's a definite theme here. John Hart, Mentone High School, 1974. Graduate of the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, one of our original SROs. Excited for that one. Here, Tanner may remember this name from early Valley athletics. He was a standout football. Ryan Williams, Tippecanoe Valley High School, class of 1976. He joined the Air Force, played football for the Air Force, and mission trips, and again, service. And Tanner talked about people coming back to the school and to serve. Here's another one, Rick Shepard. He's our current SRO, and he's the class of Tippecanoe Valley High School, 1986. Again, a graduate of the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy. Another graduate coming back, Mike Jones. He's our current FFA sponsor and leader. He just won a big award in the state, like one of only 3 teachers in the state. But he's coming back to serve our kids. And he's class of 93. The next 2 we are honoring. Unfortunately, they passed away way too early. But we're so thrilled to tell their stories to our students because of their example of community service. And you'll probably recognize these names from Akron. Tim Fleck, he was at Akron Town Marshal, the class of 82. And also Marty Gerhardt. He served the town of Akron for 33 years. I met with their families this week, and they're so honored that we're going to honor them.
That's special.
We're so honored to tell their stories and so excited. So it's going to be a great event. Something new we're adding this year is before the football game on September 13th, we're going to tailgate. We're going to have all these classes, and everybody come back. And again, it's a culture thing. It's a Valley thing, and we're so excited. So thank you for letting us share our distinguished alumni for the class of 2019.
It's our honor to have that shared this morning for the first time. Thank you for choosing to do that. And I think you guys just really define what community is about, and have always done a great job with community, and that's recognized there with those recipients of that award. So thank you so much, Lori.
Thank you.
We've enjoyed having you guys this morning. Appreciate it. Okay, Tom.
All right, Evan.
We need to establish our trivia answer. Now, this is related to Tippecanoe Valley Schools. When was the 233-foot wind-powered turbine that sits there at the high school and middle school built? 2005, 2008, or 2011?
11?
You're right.
Really?
Where's the
Do I win
chimes
free
and stuff?
money?
Yeah, the bell. Where's the Tanner? I thought we had all that right. Well, you got it right, Tom. Congratulations.
That's the first one in months.
2011. So that's been out there for a few years. We got a 10-year anniversary opportunity coming up here.
Absolutely.
Lori. Something to think about. Okay, our words of wisdom this morning. This is a famous guy, Ralph Waldo Emerson. So prepare to be blown away, Tom. This may stick with you all weekend.
I need it.
Always do what you're afraid to do.
Ah, very well said.
That is.
Yeah, you go to Walden Pond and make that up, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Whatever you're going to do. Evan Gottschalk, thank you very much for being here at the First Federal Program. Folks from Tippecanoe Valley, thank you as well.
Thanks, Tom.